What's going on, guys? Time for the recap of the day. It is Monday, the opening range, and I was debating on whether I should trade today or not, just because I didn't really have a clear bias at the open. So let's go ahead and get right into it. This is the short that I caught on Friday. We had expansion down, caught that entire move. However, didn't quite have a retracement to that. In my opinion, what I classify as a retracement is coming back to at least EQ of that expansion leg or higher, right? And as you can see, we did pull back, but we didn't quite get back to EQ of that range. But what did we do? We accumulated straight sideways for the rest of the day. So to me, that is just accumulation sideways on a high time frame. Now, at the Asia Open, what did we do? We gapped down and expanded lower. So that is an expansion to me, right? Even though there's a gap, it expanded lower, right? Then we retraced that expansion also in Asia, and then we had a continuation expansion leg lower, and then leads us to the open of where we are now. This is a retracement of that leg, so we already have a retracement in. So now what am I looking for? So it's either going to continue lower, take this low and make a new lower low, or it's going to failure swing that and then punch higher, or this is the pullback and it's just going to put in a reversal to take out this high, right? So that's what I'm looking for. Not really a clear bias, so I knew the answers would come at the open. And we already put a 1 hour and a 4 hour bullish high time frame swing at our silver lining level, so that is a clue, right? But we are at the hold flip zone, so we need to see, does it reject from here? It already hit it and pulled back, so does it continue to push higher or lower? So let's go ahead and drop down to the 1 minute time frame, the entry time frame. And this is currently 9:29, the candle before the open. So let's go ahead and turn on some of our other good stuff here. All right, so this is what I'm looking at the open. We are coiled up with our EMAs and we're putting proximity boxes everywhere. So without a clear bias yet, I'm still not yet thinking about what I'm gonna do until the open shows me. But what do I know at this moment in time? I know that we have a 4 hour and a 1 hour bullish high time frame swing formation at our silver lining level, so that's a clue. And another clue is this low, and so far this low with ES is a bullish SMT. Let's go ahead and punch in ES. So as you can see, this low on ES, right, has swept the low and has already put in a sweep there. NQ has not. So now we have a bullish SMT there, which is another confluence that is gonna run bullish from here. So now what is the last remaining step that we would need? We would need displacement higher, closing above the EMAs and showing that it wants to expand higher. So let's go ahead and look at the opening candle. Puts in a nice 15-minute sweep and displaces up above the EMAs. We know that is our entry candle. So you enter in there. That is where I actually entered in early. As soon as this swept and started punching up, I entered in. I normally 100% of the time wait for the candle to close. For some reason today, I don't know, it's because it's Monday or I had too many coffees, but I jumped in early. And then I also made Another mistake, which I'll show, I took accidental partials right here, so it kind of messed up the game plan a little bit. So this would have been my trade. I target the silver lining level above, right? That would have been 285 points. So the first partial is going to be the hold flip zone right here. And then we have Asia high somewhere in here. I think it's this guy, high of day. That's Asia high. And then we have Friday's closing price and then our silver lining level above, right? So I intended to take, and I still took a partial there, but I don't know what happened. And I took 2 micros off. So I entered in with 6 micros, took 2 off right there accidentally. And then I took 2 off at the intended point as soon as price got to where it needed to go. So right there on that candle, took 2 off. And then because I was down 2 micros short, now my game plan for the rest of the partials was kind of skewed. So I took another partial off somewhere in here, and then I think I may have been out the trade on that drop, or I may have closed the trade right there. Let me load the trade. Let me see. All right. Yeah. So the accidental partial happened right there. And then I took the 2 off as soon as we hit the hold flip zone and we took this local high. That was the intended first partial. Then as soon as we punched up and started coming back down, I took 1 more off, and then I wanted to leave the rest for either Asia high or silver lining, but because I already took 2 off, it kind of messed up my idea, as I was saying. So then I just closed the trade right there on that candle. Just closed it. That was enough. It was about $848, right? So that was enough. And then you can see my annotations there, which I will talk about right now. So the Fox oscillator was conducive for longs in this moment. So not only do we have the bullish high time frame swing formations, we have the bullish SMT, bullish oscillator. We flipped bullish here, and we have bullish volume coming in and bullish displacement breaking above the EMAs. So we know expansion is most likely to occur to the upside. So there you go. That is the trade for today. A little bit of a recap. Got in right at the opening candle and was able to write it up. Even though I made some mistakes on the management, I mean, we took it almost 200 points, right? So a bunch of partials along the way that, you know, kind of, again, I would have taken it up here, but, you know, things got messed up there. But that's okay. Green is green. And we will come back tomorrow, see what we can get. This should be a very, very, very good week. A bunch of red folder news is coming in. We have a lot of news globally affecting the market. So this week should be delivering quite well. As long as you can find your entries, which these indicators do so well at informing when it's going to reverse or react from, right? So that is it for today, a quick one, and I will leave it there. Leave any questions or comments if you want.